Hey, this is Brother Teacher, and welcome to my channel, to my video once again. Jinen-Do Martial Arts Smokes. I have a question today. If you're studying martial arts, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Okinawan, American, or whatever, have you received any rank? What is that rank worth? What does it mean to you? Should mean a lot because it's an accomplishment. Many systems utilize a ranking system because it gives them an idea, the instructor that is, of what they have done as it relates to the instruction of their students in terms of time that the student has put in terms of their loyalty, in terms of retention of techniques, forms, or kata, if you will, and just understanding even the history. And then there's many other things that are or can be inclusive in that, depending on what the system or the style is. But at the end of the day, what does that rank mean? It is only significant in the martial arts circle or world, as it were. When you get to the street, in real life, that rank means absolutely nothing. Let me explain. Every time anything in life has been presented as legitimate, it's always been a counterfeit. It's always been someone or some faction that has copied it, and it became a little less than the original thing. Every honorable thing that we do in life, there's always a counterfeit. For example, a Gucci bag. There's legitimate Gucci bags, and there are Gucci bags that are made to look like Gucci bags. Knockoffs, some people call them. There's gold, and then there's gold plated. I'm sure you get the point. Martial arts is no different. There are people, particularly during the 60s and 70s, when martial arts became really popular in America and even in the world as a result of primarily Bruce Lee. Everyone and their grandmother wanted to study martial arts. So schools began to spring up all over the place. Japanese, Okinawan schools, American schools, Chinese schools, and so on and so forth. But along with that popularity came those people who wanted to be a part of, but did not go through the process that most other legitimate students and teachers went through. In other words, they didn't want to go through the stages to become a black belt or to become a master or a grandmaster, whatever the case is. They wanted to get it instantly, overnight. I've spent almost 45 years of my life studying, training, and teaching martial arts since the age of 10. You can do the math as far as how old I am. I've received many ranks, sashes, grand mastership, if you will. This is one of my belts. I want you to know, I don't wear that on my sleeve, being a grand master. The most important thing to me is the lesson. I want to make sure that my students walk away with something of value. And let me say this while I'm on the subject. If you ever give a clinic, whoever you are, if you ever give a seminar or a workshop on martial arts, always bear in mind, and I'm saying to the beginner black belt, to the master, and even the grandmaster, because sometimes we overlook this. Always make sure that you give value. Never consider yourself teaching a seminar, workshop, or clinic about martial arts. It could be pressure points, it could be kicking, it could be self-defense in general, it could be whatever related to martial arts. Make sure that every person gets served. If you have 50 people, make sure that everyone, as I tell my students, everyone has to be fed. When they walk away from that seminar or that particular setting, they should take something home with them that they can utilize. If they can't use it, you have not done your job. Okay? So that's the point that I'm getting at. Martial arts is based on science, on physics. It's based on practical applications for the real world in which we live. So your belt is immaterial in a street confrontation. I'm not going to take my belt or my sashes or my certificates out in the street in my daily going ons. I'm just not going to do it. I take me. When a person sees me wearing jeans, slacks, cargo pants, or whatever, they just see another human being standing in front of me or in front of them. Now, for whatever reason, and I will never incite violence, but for whatever reason, we do have elements in our society that incite violence or try to harm you for whatever the reason is, or even try to assault or rob you. And if they don't know who I am or people like me who have studied the art of pugilism, shame on them. But I'm not going to pull out a black belt. My belt can't save me. All of the years that I believe that I've studied martial arts, it's not going to save me. But what I really, honestly, or sincerely know about martial arts, that is what's going to save me. So I'm talking to you today, those who have maybe have made mistakes in judgment, or maybe have not been studying what you actually believe you've been taught or should have been taught. Or maybe the tournament fighter, I'm talking to you. You can't take sport karate to the streets. Two separate things, real fighting and sport karate. It's not the same at all. Okay? So do you know the science? That's what you need to ask yourself today. Do you know how to fight? How to protect yourself? This is the operative question of the day. So at the end of the day, this belt, all of my other belts and your belts and sashes and patches and certificates mean absolutely nothing if you cannot stop another person from harming you. And then you walk away and go home to see your family and live to see another day. Think about it. This is Grandmaster Reginald Stroud Sr., also known as Brother Teacher, and I hope that this was of value to you today. Please leave your comments in the comment section. May Yahweh bless you. I'll see you in the next video.